It ain't the weight that wins you, it's just anytime you do legs, it takes so much out of you. It takes everything in your body to do legs. That's why most people don't do them. Max effort is the only way you're gonna get results. No reason on earth that nobody should ever be squatting 405. No reason. Unless you are an athlete of some sort that's getting paid. Other than that, there's no reason. But I say that to say this, it's still fun to do. And it's still something that you can't do. It's lonely at the top. I'll see you when you get here. Let's go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are at Brainiac's gym today. I just finished a brutal leg workout, which you will see next. We're going to the range. Now that we finished the workout, we're gonna go fill our bodies up with some quality protein, some quality carbohydrates, some quality calories, something that's gonna rebuild everything we just broken down, right? And then after that, we headed to the range, baby. We gotta keep burning these calories. It just don't stop today at the gym. This is only the beginning. We got a long ways to go. We got a whole day of training that I'm gonna take you to, and I'm gonna take you through at the same time. So if you're a guy that loves training and you like some of the stuff that I did today, try it out, comment, and let me know how it worked out for you. I am Scary Guns. Let's go. So today, we're gonna refill up with about a cup of egg whites, 8 ounces of brisket. So this is the second meal of the day. You gotta get that protein, especially after your workout. It's very important for you to get in enough protein for you to rebuild all the muscle fibers you tore down during the workout. So I'm about to just made it to the range. Got everything set up. We're gonna run a couple of drills. I'm about to do some warm-up drills. For my warm-up drills, I like to start out about 3 yards from the target. What I tell people is that if you can't shoot the target at 3 yards, there's no point of you going back 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards if you can't hit the target at 3 yards. So 3 to 5 yards is where I'll start at to kind of warm up, to kind of get feel of the weapon, feel the trigger, get all those jitters out. Because everybody, when they first get out here and they shoot those first couple of shots, there's gonna be a little bit of anticipation. So when you warm up at 3 yards, or at least I do. I warm up at about 3 yards just to kind of get out that anticipation, and then just getting used to the gun, and then you can do a lot of that with dry firing at home. You don't have to wait till you come to the range to start figuring out your gun. Use that gun at home, dry fire in a safe place with no ammo in a room by yourself with nothing else, and just dry fire that weapon. Constantly go through the cycles of operations so you can learn that weapon and get used to it. So what we're gonna do now, like I said, we're gonna start out with a little warm up, and I use these stickers as a tool. And I use the smallest sticker, and what I'll do, I'll put the sticker on the target, and then we'll try to shoot the smallest sticker. We're trying to keep our shot group within about quarter size. So you have to definitely manipulate the sights. You got to take in consideration height over bore. All these things are taken into consideration when you're out here and you're shooting at the range, especially when you warm up and you're shooting at certain distances. So You all want to take that into consideration. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me put a few stickers up. So what this does, this is, I tell people all the time, if you aim small, you'll miss small, right? So this little circle represents me aiming small. So this is my target. This is what I'm trying to shoot. But in the instance that I don't hit this, I'm gonna still hit somewhere in this A zone versus me trying to hit the A zone. And if I completely miss the A zone, then I'm in the C zone or the D zone. So I always want to aim small to miss small. I give myself something small to aim at as a reference point, and then that's how I warm up. So usually about 3 to 5 yards is where I start out. You start at 3. So 1, 2, 3. And I'll start out right here. No rush. Take my time. I really want to focus on my stance. My knees are slightly bent. I'm in a bladed stance because once we start to shooting and moving, this bladed stance is going to come in handy. So I never want to be square to the target, right? Because you'll get used to doing that. And every time you pull this gun, you'll want to square yourself to the target, right? So I always want to start out in the bladed stance because if anybody's in this stance, you're going to assume that they're trying to attack, fight, or do something of that nature to you. So this is a fighting stance. No matter if I'm fighting with my gun or without my gun, I always want to have a bladed fighting stance. And I want to keep the weight on the balls of my feet because once I shoot, I want to move locations. But like I said, now we're just going to warm up. I'm going to take 3 well-aimed shots. And my goal is to put all 3 shots in the orange, right? So here we go. Just warming up. So that's 3 shots. Let's take a look, see what we did. So all 3 shots went through the same hole. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish, you know, aim small to miss small, understanding the sights. I got all 3 shots within this circle, but I'm a little off to the left, which is, you know, not that big of a deal since all the rounds are touching. That's what I want. So I'll do this a couple more times. Then I'll go a little bit further back, a little bit further back. So I'll take 3 more shots. Let me cover this up. Not too bad, right? When I grab this weapon out of my holster, I got what I call the first and final grip, right? So once I grab this weapon here, I don't change my grip. Whatever I got, that's what I'm going with, right? All right, so here we go. 3 well-aimed shots. Once again, just kind of dialing in, getting those jitters out. I'm still within the circle. I kind of threw one off to the left. I felt that one. When I squeezed the trigger, I felt it was off a little bit. And that's what also pistol shooting is about understanding that and being honest with yourself to know, hey, I jerked the trigger, that's why that shot's off. So when you squeeze that trigger, you automatically know if that bullet is gonna hit where you're aiming at or not, depending on if you move a little bit right before you squeeze the trigger, you anticipate it a little bit right before you squeeze the trigger, you take all those things into consideration. So let's put another stick on here and we'll go one more time. So today I'm shooting the Glock 47, which is a new gun for me. I probably had this gun all of about a week. So far I put maybe a good 20, 25 rounds through it. So I'm continuing to put rounds through it. And so far it's a pretty good weapon. There's a longer sight radius, which helps out. So I'm gonna put 3 more rounds and then we'll get started with some more training. Using the timer, 3 well-aimed shots on the target, and you'll get a chance to see the speed and the accuracy. My first shot is so less than 2 seconds out of the holster and on target. So that's my first shot. Second shot, 2 seconds and something. And that was my third shot. So all 3 shots in under 3 seconds. Out of the holster and on target in under 3 seconds. That's fairly slow. Like I'm saying, I'm not speeding it up. I'm taking my time. All A-zone hits. I mean, if you want to kind of count this one, I did break the plane of the A-zone. So this would count as an A-zone hit. Which is not bad. It's like anything, like with the gym. Like when you go into the gym, you just don't jump under 315. You got to work your way up to it. So that's what we're doing now. We're just kind of working our way up to it. But even then, I'm still, you know, not bad in the A zone. I got a couple of adjustments that I need to make, and I'll make those adjustments and see if I can get these shots in the center of the A zone. So I'm just going through a couple of dry runs, used to getting my hands on the weapon, getting a good grip. This is also something that you can do at home, in an empty room when you're by yourself. Just getting that action down. And then also, I'll break it up into pieces. I have one piece where I'm just clearing my garment and getting to my grip. So I'll do that a few times, over and over again. Clearing the garment, establishing your grip. Clearing the garment, establishing the grip. Clearing the garment, establishing the grip. Now, when you clear your garment, you're making sure you're moving it out the way, because I don't want to be lazy and do like this. And now I got my shirt with my pistol, right? So now I gotta readjust. It just takes up too much time. So when I clear my garment, I'm coming from here, I'm grabbing, and I'm pulling, and then I'm here, right? I don't want to go too high. I just want to grab it and come to the center of my chest, because once I have established the grip on the pistol comes out and my support hand is already in place. So I grab and then just punch out. So now also, once you establish that grip, you might have to like push your waist out just a little bit to grab that gun. Push it out a little bit to establish that grip, because if I stay like this and I go like this, now I gotta fight to move my stomach out the way to get behind the pistol, right? So just practicing to draw. So that one felt pretty good. So that was a lot faster. So that was my first shot, second shot, third shot. So I'm averaging 0.15 between shots. So all 3 shots on target, out of my holster on target, in less than 2 seconds. So now let's take a look at my accuracy. I sped it up, I'm a lot faster. And now I cleaned up my accuracy. Now I have all my hits in the A zone. All my hits in the A zone, so that's what I'm looking for. Now, any event that you have to use this weapon, you're gonna have to pull from somewhere concealed. You're not just gonna be walking around with a weapon in your hand and then you shoot somebody. That's called murder. So you don't wanna do that. But you can see my accuracy, it improved, because I know what I did on the last shot string, so I fixed it, and there you go. That's the result. So once again, pistol shooting is all about being able to make adjustments. Know what you're doing wrong and being able to make those adjustments.
What you got in your hand though?
So today I have this is Katie, my my AR-15.
Oh, you named her?
Yeah, I named her. You gotta give her a name. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is Katie. Me and Katie been together for a while now. We've had a pretty good relationship. I feed her 5.56. She likes to eat it. She's never full. She's always hungry.
Right.
So she's always asking for more. You know what I'm saying?
That's what women do though.
Yeah, that's what women
That's what
do.
women do.
They never get enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this one I had built from the ground up. Arrow precision, lower receiver, arrow precision, upper receiver, 3.5 pound Alderman trigger, adjustable. I got the Halo Sun 509 or 510C with the 3 times magnifier behind it. So just when you thought that I couldn't get close enough, it brings me 3 times closer to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, we're gonna have a blast today. We're gonna get some rounds down range and we're gonna get some training in.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, he just told me that he about to shoot. This gun. How many yards we at right now?
We're at about 80 yards, almost 100 yards.
80 yards. Look at the target. From as far as we can see, he's saying he about to hit that metal target that's way down there from 80 yards. I gotta see this. Nah.
That's too easy.
Ain't no way you about to do that, bro. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
That's crazy.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is what the I do. I do this.
Yo, that nigga put the barrel down the other way and shot it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you ain't training with Orlando, I don't know what you doing. And it's like you ain't even take no time. You just, what the?
I do this for real, bro. I'm the
Holy
real
shit.
deal.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the barricade. It teaches you to shoot behind cover. So you got different shooting positions. So I'm here. So if I want to use this up here, so you see I got the foregrip. So what I'll do, push it up against here. And so now I got a stable shooting position. And then at each level, and so on and so on, same thing with these. You know, so it's a little tricky because they're all cut different, but that's the thing. You know, you got to get into the mindset of nobody's going to give you the shot.
Right.
You got to find a way to take that shot. So even if it's like this, I got to find a way to take that shot without shooting this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if
It might cost you.
Right, it might cost you. So let's say this is a cinder block wall and you fall down and you shoot and you hit the cinder block, it's coming back at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to also be mindful that this is higher than this. So just because I can see the target, where's my barrel at?
On the joint, yeah.
Right here.
Damn.
Right here.
I didn't even know that, bro. I'm thinking that this like is always accurate with the barrel.
Nah. So
that's spooky though.
Yeah.
That's spooky though.
So height over bore. So this is the height over the bore. So I got to take that in consideration. So I got to remember that. So when I come to different places, so I know with here, I got to tilt the weapon. I got to put this right here. And then as I traverse down, you know, I get into more conventional shooting positions, get lower and lower. You know, like I said, it gets more dynamic the lower you get. All right, here we go. Going hot. Ooh, you see how close they got, right?
Hell yeah. That's spooky. Damn. That's crazy. I said, look, man, I gotta see if you go way up there, can you still hit the target? I gotta see this. If I hear that ting, I know something, bro. Yeah.
I can't fucking miss. I can't fucking miss. I can't do it.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Now I'm on my second meal of the day, so I've had one protein shake. I'm gonna follow it with this meal that's definitely heavy in carbs, and you'll see why later on the day. But once again, I'm about a half a pound of brisket, 3 sweet potatoes, so protein, carbs. Man, I need fuel for the body. It's been a long day, and it's gonna continue to be a long day. So you got to eat to make sure you nourish your body so you can push like we push, right? If you train like I train, you got to eat. So the training is one thing, the food is a whole nother separate thing, but they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So let's make sure if we're training hard, let's make sure we're getting quality calories in our body.
Hi, I'm Joe Morris. I'm the owner of Condition One Combat Center, and I'm here with my boy Orlando. Orlando helps us out here. He helps lead our firearms, our gunfighter program. He's phenomenal at it. If you're interested in what we do, please give us a shout. Again, we're at Condition One Combat Center. My name is Joe Morris. This is Orlando Shepard, and we run the gunfighter program. And we do everything from jujitsu, combatives program, fitness, to firearms training. If you are interested in what we do, give us a shout.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I took you throughout an entire day of training with me. From the moment I wake up, to the moment I go to the range, to the moment I'm doing striking, and the moment I'm doing jiu-jitsu at the end of the night. Jiu-jitsu is my last class. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This is me. This is a look into my life, and how I go about my day. Training is one of the most important things to me. That's why I do the most. I do more training than anything. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, comment. If you use some of the drills you see me doing in this video, comment. Let me know how it works for you. If you see something you didn't like in this video, comment and tell me about it. I may not listen, but at least you'll be telling somebody about it. Now, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. We got so much more coming for you to follow. I am Scary Guns. Let's go.